Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic. My name is Burning Earth Chris, and I'm going to be your pilot tonight. So, in the last episode, we got to finally, get off that chess world of a planet, Terrace. And here we are on Dantooine. It's a nice little farming planet. Kind of like the Great Plains, I guess, of Kansas. But we are certainly not in Kansas anymore. So, this guy must be new to the restoration mod. Let's talk with him. How's it going there? Do you mind there, Mr. Protocol Droid?
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
Yeah, you move along. Anyway, how's it going there? Greetings, young human. You are welcome in my humble abode, as are all others who deign to visit this poor outcast hut. Who are you? I am known as Shuma. I am one of the many who have been made poor and disadvantaged by this cruel, cruel war. What are you doing here? Alas, even a poor hut businessman is not exempt from the fires of the conflict that now rage between the Sith and the Republic. The world my business was on, Nika, was subject to a most unexpected and unfortunate attack by the Sith Armada. The space lanes were cleared one day, and the next they were filled with Sith interceptors and closed to traffic. I had under my employ, quite unwittingly of course, certain transport pilots who knew ways to slip me past the blockade of that world. That is the only means by which I managed to escape Nika before the Sith commander deemed it worthless, and virus bombed all intelligent life from it. Oof. It gives one a new appreciation of the value of the, sometimes troubling, Jedi Order. Is there anything else you wish? He's rather polite for a hut. Well, I must be going now. Good luck to you then in all your endeavors. Should you come back to me, I will be grateful for any conversation. Lur Arcasulas, who are you supposed to be? Greetings, Sentient. May I take a moment of your time for a question? Go ahead. I represent a human citizen of Dantooine by the name of Rundil Otsulem. His ranch has had considerable difficulty with Mandalorian raiders for many years. His young daughter was kidnapped by those raiders many years ago and has not been returned. Might you have news of her? Her name is Sasha. Sorry, I have no idea who you're talking about. Ah, that's too bad. I'll have to continue my search. Isn't this something the local authorities should handle? Dantooine has little in the ways of local authorities, Sentient. I asked the Jedi of the Enclave to intervene, but they have far more pressing concerns to attend to. As is often the way on this planet, if a citizen wants to accomplish something, they need to seek to do it themselves. Are problems with the Mandalorians common on Dantooine? I understand they are, but I know little of the history behind this conflict. Someone native to this planet could tell you more. Is there anything of interest on Dantooine that you can tell me about? There is no large urban center on Dantooine if that's what interests you. I find the variety and number of natural habitats to be most intriguing, however. If you get the chance, I would urge you to explore the planet's ranges in more detail. They are quite beautiful. Alright, I'll keep my eye out for your girl. I would appreciate that, Sentient. So what's over here? Aerotech Mercantile. Oh, this looks like a... excuse me. Like a merchant shop. How's it going? Greetings, my young friend. I assume you're not a member of the Order, as you are not wearing the traditional garb of the Jedi. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Kratos Shirkal, proprietor of the general store here on Dantooine. Not much to look at now, I'll admit, but I'm on the ground floor. I mean, look at this planet. Majestic fields, rolling plains, wide open terra firma. Elbow room. That's what people want. Once word gets out, we'll set and torch from the Galactic Corps just dying to come here. And guess who'll be waiting for them? Not that blasted Zerka Corp, that's for sure. Not this time, no sir. This time it'll be Kratos your cow who makes the big bucks. But listen to me. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings on the evils of Zerka Corp, I'll bet. What can I do for you? Well, what do you have against Zerka Corporation? Don't get me started on Zerka Corp. They got a monopoly on half the galaxy already, and they do everything they can to keep anyone else from getting a foothold on their territory. Extortion, bribing officials and government diplomats. Not to mention driving up prices on essentials like food and water on distant colonies. I've heard stories of them letting people starve to death because they couldn't afford it in their jacked up prices. And since they throw themselves in with the Sith, things have only gotten worse. I can only imagine, but how has it gotten worse? The Sith are tangled up in an expensive war with the Republic. They need supplies, equipment, resources. There's lots of opportunities for a company with no morals, like Zerka Corp, to make some major profits. Malak's given them exclusive trading rights wherever the Sith have control. It's bad enough they're helping to finance the Sith war effort, but I've heard rumors of even worse stuff. Slaving, pillaging planets of their resources, genocide of indigenous species. The Sith and Zerka Corp seem like a perfect match to me. Listen to me going on. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings of the evils of Zerka Corp, I'll bet. What can I do for you? Alright, let's see what you got for sale. Excellent. As always, my selection is somewhat limited. Zerka Corp has a monopoly on some of the suppliers. But I'm sure you'll find my inventories at the highest quality. And I got a few special items that you won't find anywhere else. And he does have a couple of really good items here, so... looks like mostly some basic armors and such. Sana Siki's Blade, 7,000 credits, but some really good damage on it. Even better against droids. There's a bit of history for you there. Jurgen Kalta's Assault Rifle. Again, another nice looking weapon there. 8,000 credits, but also very good against droids. There's the information on that. Calrissian Utility Belt. This is neat, because it's a nice little throwback, or should I say throw forward, because this game takes place 4,000 years before this. It's a nice throwback to the Empire Strikes Back to Lando Calrissian. There's some history for you there. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty much basic stuff. Carol Carr, who are you? I greet you, human. I'm Carol Carr, owner of this outpost of Airtech droids. My protocol droids are not programmed to interact with customers, so should you desire assistance, I can aid you. Let me see what you got in stock. Explore my inventory at your convenience. Settler families have purchased all my droids, but I have many upgrades and other wares for purchase. Yeah, this is he pretty much sells a bunch of droid stuff, so some of this stuff wasn't in the original game, like the search scope and the sonic sensors. I never saw those before. And the oil slick returns as well, so that's pretty nice. I'm not going to drop 1,500 credits on this yet. I'm actually going to wait patiently and see if we can find something like that in the main game. Okay, let's move forward. Who's this fellow? Deezra. How's it going there? Welcome to the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. I don't believe we know each other. My name is Deezra Lord Jada. You may call me Deezra. I've not heard of new apprentices being accepted for training recently. What brings you to this place, if I may ask? I came here with Bastila. Yes, of course, I should have known. I've only heard a little of how she escaped the destruction of Terrace. Tell me, did she save you from that planet as well? She didn't save me. We worked together to escape Terrace. Oh, I see. Well, I meant no offense, of course. In any case, it's good to have her back on Dantooine again. We were afraid Malak had captured her. I hope you enjoy your time here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you. Nice fellow. Who's this Balaya chick?
You there, Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
Because they're not in my inventory. Are you a Jedi?
My name is Balaya. I have come here to further my learning in the ways of the Force. Many Jedi come here to train under Master Jha. Any who belong to the Order should surely know this. You must be neglecting your studies, Padawan.
I think you are mistaken. I'm not a Padawan, I'm Chris. I came here with Bastila.
Bastila? I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes.
Listen, I'm telling you the truth.
Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
Okay, let's move forward, hopefully without any more interruptions. Hi, Karth, how's it going?
They're waiting for you inside.
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
Why is Master Vandar facing the wrong way? I guess that must be an oddity with the Steam games, I guess, but, alright, let's continue. So, you've drawn me into your little trap, Bastila, what now?
This is no trap. The Council just wants to talk to you. There is much that needs to be discussed.
Well, I got some questions for all of you. Hold on, isn't the Jedi Council on Coruscant?
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
Okay. Well, I got some questions for all of you, besides that one.
Indeed, I am sure that you do. I assure you that we will have answers for you.
Why am I a special case?
Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
That's exciting. Nothing would give me greater honor than learning the ways of the Jedi.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire Council can feel the strength of the Force within this man, and I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
I'm willing to try my best.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you.
Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
Did she say anything else?
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right?
Well, I had a rough night. Let's go.
You got it.
So I think I'll bring Karth and, Candace along. They should get along just fine. I can level Karth up, too, so let's do that quickly. Give you some intelligence. Toughness. You know what? Maybe I'll give you a weapon, Master 2 weapon fighting, actually. I'll level up my main character in just a moment. Despite helping you on Terrace, Candace continues to be something of a mystery to you. It might be a good idea to try to get to know him better. You know what? Yeah, why not? Candace has some... He actually has some pretty interesting war stories that he can share if you talk with him, so let's go.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any interesting stories.
You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought? The enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Candace, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
Is that why you work as a mercenary?
Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Alrighty. Let me talk with Karth, actually, too, while I'm here.
Yes, what's on your mind?
See if I can get everybody caught up conversation-wise. I just want to talk with you, Karth.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
No, I don't want to argue with you.
And I don't want to argue with you either. I mean, you seem sincere enough, I guess. I just don't trust easily, and for good reasons, which are my own.
But we have to work together, Karth, so it has plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
Well, I suppose you can. That must have been hard to take.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined their cause. Malak and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
I haven't joined the Sith, Karth. You know that, right?
I know. And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
Alright.
Yeah, what do you want?
Nothing more for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright, so let's meet up with the Jedi Council and see what's going on with this, this dream that I've had. I'm pretty sure that they could tell me a thing or two about it. Especially given that Bastila didn't have a very good night either, so...
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
How would Bastila know if we shared a dream?
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Master Vandar.
Ever since Taurus. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
Why did Master Vrook stop Master Vandar from what he was saying there? That's, try to remember that for later. So I'm having visions now?
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
So, I got a couple of red flags here. Number one, I'm a special case, being considered for Jedi training. Number two, this bond. How did this bond happen, and how did it happen this quickly? Lots of questions. Questions that we obviously can't answer right about now, but anyway. Are you saying I'm joined with her?
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
I'm ready for whatever awaits me.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
How can he be stopped?
Perhaps our hope lies in the dream you and Bastila shared. The Council has come to the conclusion that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
Well, I'm ready now. I accept this mission.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
As you wish, Master Vandar.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You have done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
What must I do to prove myself?
In the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
What kind of tests are they?
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Very well. So what's going on over here? I think this is restored content. This is futile, Master. Why must you keep me back like this? Why can't I learn to fight with a real lightsaber? Do not underestimate the strength of your Cortosis blade, young Padawan. It's not a lightsaber, it's nothing. And perhaps that is the reason you have not advanced to lightsaber training. You are too headstrong, too overeager to move on without the knowledge necessary to use what you learn. A lightsaber is a delicate and subtle weapon, one that can cause great harm to its wielder if not used properly. I believe we trained enough for now. Reflect on what you've learned, Padawan. Through learning comes knowledge. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. Yes, apprentice, what is it you require? Who are you supposed to be? I am Master Tarilok. I train here with and under Master Zara Leston. I'm sorry, I skipped over that. A Jedi's training is never over, even when one has a Padawan of their own. Knowledge will be the key to our eventual victory over the Sith. Knowledge of our weaknesses and theirs. Knowing yourself is the key to any great battle. Is there anything else you require? What do you know of the Council? They are great and powerful Jedi, all. Do not be intimidated by them, however. If there's something you wish to know from them, merely ask. Is there anything else you require? What is this Cortosis ore you mentioned? And this is actually a really nice little backstory into how swords are comparable against lightsabers in this game. The Cortosis mineral is a rare and unique substance that has the property of being able to deflect the beam of a lightsaber. Although the process for forging it into blades was developed by the Ichani for their dueling culture, it has since spread across the galaxy. The Sith have taken to providing blades of this type to their mercenaries and pawns, so that they would prove more effective against us. It does raise the possibility of the same mercenaries being effective against their Sith masters in return, but given the overpowered military might of the Sith at the moment, is unlikely. I'd like to know about the Jedi Code. There is much to learn to the Jedi Code, and much subtlety in what is there. You would do well to learn from the example of my student Garen. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. Know this, and you can never fail. For the rest of the code, I suggest you ask some of the other Jedi here. Know your peers as well. I must go now. As you will. Master Tarilok is a most knowledgeable teacher. I'm sure she is. Okay, so yeah, this is just a training room in here. What's this training computer? Let's take a look at this. Welcome, Sentient. It is important for the peace and harmony of all beings that the many paths of the Jedi Order be understood. Only through knowledge can all see the truth of the Force. That doesn't sound occultist or anything. Jedi Guardians train for battle and physical prowess. In contrast, Jedi Constellars seek to master the awesome power of the Force. Jedi Sentinels seek to find a balance between these two extremes. So let me see more about the Jedi Guardian. They battle against the forces of the evil and the dark side. They focus on combat training and masterful use of the lightsaber. So they get 10 additional vitality points per level and 4 force points per level. They don't have very good skill progression, but they do have fast feat progression. Jedi Guardians also gain the Force Jump feat automatically. This feat allows them to instantly close the distance and attack an opponent within 10 meters. Wow. It's pretty cool. Tell me more about Jedi Consular. They seek to bring balance to the universe. They focus less on physical combat and more on mental disciplines in order to augment the mastery of the Force. They gain 6 vitality points per level, but gain 8 force points per level. They have slow skill progression and slow feat progression. Jedi Consulars gain the Force Focus feat automatically. This feat makes it harder for opponents to resist their Force powers. Nice. And what about the Sentinel? They ferret out deceit and injustice, bringing them to light. They strike a balance between the physical and mental disciplines of the Jedi Order. Excuse me. They get 8 vitality points and 6 force points per level, average skill progression and slow feat progression. Jedi Sentinels automatically gain the Jedi Immunity feat, and this makes them immune to fear. That's pretty nice. So let's see a statistical comparison over here. So Guardians get more vitality points, Sentinels get a balance between vitality and force points, and the Consular gets more force points. I'm probably gonna end up, when I get to that stage, I'm probably gonna end up choosing the Consular class, because I like being able to use magic powers more than, my standard weapons here. But okay, let's move forward, shall we? I'll ask about the Jedi Code from the Council.
Good evening, apprentice. I trust your training goes well.
I seek knowledge of the Jedi Code, Master Vandar.
All Jedi must know the code. Its tenets are the fundamental teachings of our order. Think and meditate on these truths, apprentice. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. I have faith that you will achieve the rank of Padawan soon. Master Jar is most impressed with your progress. May the Force be with you, apprentice.
Thank you, Master Vandar. Alright then, let's go test our knowledge with Master Zar.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi?
I'm ready to continue my training.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations. You must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Alright.
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must now prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code by completing these fundamental precepts of our order. There is no emotion.
There is peace.
There is no ignorance.
There is knowledge.
There is no passion.
There is serenity.
There is no chaos.
There is harmony.
There is no death.
There is the Force.
You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, You must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi, the very symbol of our order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct his lightsaber with his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
Sweet. Let's go do that right now.
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
What positions are there?
Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
I want to be a Jedi Consular.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
Stop the thugs and find out why they're attacking her.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do?
Find out why he turned to the dark side and try to turn him.
Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
Bash the door down.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
Coordinate with the planetary government to identify the infiltrators.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi Consular. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to, apprentice?
Well, the color of the Jedi Consular.
Here is a green crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you on how to construct it.
Alright. So now we get to level up. Oh, that's really nice for my treat injury. I think all of my skills are now class skills. A bit of background. Some of these skills here that are like only at a level of 5, these were essentially cross-class skills, so they would take up 2 skill points. Anything that's a class skill, however, only takes up 1 point, so that's something to keep in mind. Weapon proficiency, lightsaber, Jedi defense, force focus, and Jedi sense, and force sensitive. Alright. Got a lot of nice feats there. So, unique ability, main character Jedi. Jedi training affects each Padawan uniquely, allowing them to grow in ability while addressing personal flaws. On rare occasions, however, exceptional individuals open doors to strengths they did not know they had. This feat represents a heightened connection to the Force previously unseen in a newly trained Jedi. This feat grants 40 additional Force points to the character's base total. Nice! So here's Jedi Sense. The Jedi develops a connection to the Force that allows them to better sense incoming attacks. This feat grants 2+ defense and is always active. Ooh. Excuse me. This feat adds +1 to the difficulty class for all saving throws against the character's Force powers. This feat is always active. Pretty cool. That's Force Focus. Jedi Defense. And this one essentially allows you to deflect blaster bolts. So, when a character is fired upon, an opponent roll is made against the attack. If the result is greater than the attack roll, the blaster bolt is deflected. If the attack is beaten back by 10 or more, the bolt is deflected back to the enemy. Jedi classes receive this feat at first level. Nice. This allows me to use lightsabers. Weapon proficiency lightsaber. Someone else. I think I'll go with Master 2 weapon fighting for this level. So I can select 2 new force powers here. That's pretty nice. So I think I'll go with Cure and Burst of Speed. So Cure essentially heals the players, and then Burst of Speed obviously makes you a little bit faster. I think I went over these with Bastila, so I'll skip ahead for now. Oh, I got another level. Alright, I'll do that right now. Maybe I'll bring up my repair skill as well. So, let's see. Maybe I'll go with Night Speed, actually. So, this power allows the Jedi to move more swiftly than his physical limitations of his body should allow. For the duration of the effect, movement speed is doubled, defense is increased by 4, and 1 attack per round is gained. Nice! So let's see, for the basic burst of speed, movement speed is doubled and 2 defense is gained, but this one allows me to attack again. That's pretty cool. I'm cool with that. Let's see what Canderous I can do for him. Okay, that looks good. Maybe I'll go with Advanced Sniper Shot. Master Sniper Shot, sorry. Karth, what can I do with you? Let's give you a Master Power Blast to just max out all your blaster attack skills. Okay. Now let's go speak to Master Czar.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
Alright, so here's how lightsabers work in this game. You get 3 separate crystals. So, the middle one here determines the color of your lightsaber. These 2, on the other hand, can actually augment your lightsaber abilities, and you can actually find crystals that do that along your journey. So, alright, so this melee weapon, the lightsaber is a melee weapon that does energy damage. So, do keep that in mind. It's a lot of energy weapons, a lot of melee weapons, tend to deal physical damage. This one deals energy damage, so, alright. Traditionally associated with the Jedi, the lightsaber is a devastating weapon difficult to master. Properties can vary with the type of focusing crystal used in construction. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Looking good there, Chris. I'm a freaking Jedi! Alright. Now, one other thing that I want to point out here. Notice how Night Speed is blanked out. If I try to click on this, it says restricted by armor. So what I have to do is I have to unequip my armor and just put on standard clothes, or Jedi robes, which I will get later in this game, and now I can use Night Speed. There are several force powers in this game that are affected like that, like Force Lightning, but we'll get into those later.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strung in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
I can find crystals on Dantooine?
It is a rumor only. I do not know if there's any truth in it. But you must learn first to use your lightsaber and take care when drawing it. Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
I'm ready to face the third trial.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove, once used for deep meditation by the Jedi, is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
What would you have me do, Master Zar?
The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
You know more than you're telling me.
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Those on the dark path are not always lost forever, he says. We gotta redeem somebody, don't we? Alright, so maybe I'll finish exploring the rest of the Enclave before we proceed on with the final trial. Check out this lightsaber. That is so cool. You can flex your weapon by pressing the X button, by the way. So if I do this with Oh, I can't do it with blaster characters in this game. That's good to know. Any character equipped with blasters you can't really do that with, but they'll go into a combat stance if you press the X button. So, what's over here? Sola. You have the look of a seasoned Pasak player about you. No, I don't. I dabble in it from time to time myself. Care for a game? Not right now. Ah well, come back if you ever feel like up to a game. So what do you got? Medipack, antidote kit, 300 credits, nice. Sure, I'll take those. What's in here? Medpack, antidote kit. Never say no to medpacks. How's it going there, Alad Matale?
Why are you bothering me? I'm here to speak with the Council, not some servant. Please leave, or I shall be forced to tell the Council of your rude behavior.
Oh. I will after I rob you. That's a med pack. Okay. So I'll do a bit more exploring before I end the session here. Okay, I think this is... No, that's the way to the Jedi Council. So, how am I such an unlucky case? Let me talk with this droid first before we proceed.
The Council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
How am I such a rare case here? How am I considered for Jedi training so quickly? How am I able to set my lightsaber perfectly like that? I got a lot of questions about the backstory of this game. Republic security, this is new to the restored content mod.
Please be careful on the plains, apprentice. Kathhounds are about.
Okay.
The Council's been telling us not to go near the stones to the east. Just as well, the Kathhounds near there seem a lot more vicious. Those damn Mandalorians have been raiding farms all over this continent. The Jedi won't do anything, so where does that leave us?
Oh, Karth. What's up, dude?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I think I'll end the session here after I talk with him. I'd like to continue our discussion from before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes, but I'm bored, so spit it out.
Cute. Nice to know you're so full of concern. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt, though. I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
You say that name like I should know it.
You don't. I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. I mean, even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
Yeah. So you blame yourself for trusting your friend? Better question, do you really believe that you could have stopped him?
I don't know, maybe. He might have killed me if I tried, or I might have killed him. I was stupid, however, and I let him go. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
Well, honestly, I'd do the same thing if I were in your shoes.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Well, we're starting to finally peel back the layers of Kart's backstory there. It's kind of nice. Though it did take a lot of prodding. You know what, let me see if Candace has anything else to say before I end things here.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you have any war stories?
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me. My heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
I didn't think Mandalorians got afraid.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid.
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
I can believe it. I want a basilisk war droid.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alright folks, I'm going to end the session here. Take care everybody. May the Force be with you. I'm Burning Earth Chris, and we'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/burningearththefx. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, thanks for watching.